Hey, what's up, everyone? Today I have another knife to share. This one is the Civivi Elementum button lock. I received this as one of my birthday gifts. I have a birthday coming up very soon, and it's an early birthday gift, and I just thought I'd share it with you. This was a total surprise. My wife asked me if there were any knives that I wanted, so I said, yeah. So I gave her a list of a couple, and she decided that she didn't like the way they looked. So she ended up freelancing and going on Blade HQ, and she ended up finding this, and she pulled it out of the package, and she said, "I'm just going to put it in your hand with your eyes closed." And I looked at it, and I was kind of shocked. So the Elementum, the Civivi Elementum, has been around for quite some time. This one is the Civivi Elementum button lock. But wait, there's more. As you can tell, I'm kind of moving this around a little bit. It's kind of got this like shimmery scale. It's a shred carbon fiber scale, which is cool because she wanted to get me something different, and this is the only carbon fiber knife that I own. So as you can tell, it's really kind of like mesmerizing, actually. She said she liked the way it looked in the pictures on the Blade HQ website, and it looks all right on the Blade HQ website, but it looks so much better in person. And I know that the camera I'm using is not going to fully capture just like how almost kind of like the movement of the shred as the light hits it. It's really cool. So I was really happy with that. The other thing that she likes quite a bit herself is Damascus. She's become a Damascus fan. She's not really a knife person, but when she sees certain things, she's like, "Wow, that's cool." So I had purchased a Civivi Altus, and it had a Damascus blade, and she wanted to get a Damascus blade for this one also. So when she saw the shredded carbon fiber and the Damascus, she's like, "There you go." The funny thing is that this is a button lock, and I really like button locks, but she didn't notice that. She didn't know that. So when I brought up, I was like, "Well, you even got the button lock." She's like, "What?" I said, "Button locks." So she wasn't aware of what this even was. Um, so for those of you who don't know, Civivi's been making quite a few really cool button locks lately. They made the Elementum, the Cogent, the Altus, the Conspirator, and I'm probably missing a couple of them. And for the price, they're really excellent button locks. Now this one I've been flipping open and closed since I received it yesterday afternoon. So I'm kind of working it out. It was just a little stiff when it was opening and closing, but of course after flipping it a few times, it starts to work its way out nicely. The button is still just a little bit, I wouldn't say sticky, but it needs to be worked out a little bit more, but I think it's going to work out just fine. Now, I've seen some reviews about the Elementum button lock, and basically the Elementum itself usually gets pretty good reviews, understandably so. Uh, the the criticism that I've seen multiple times on the button lock is that there's only one way to open it, which is by flipping it with the button depressed. I don't mind that. Some of them have flippers, some of them have thumb studs. This one, you just have the flip action of the wrist. And to be honest with you, I have the Altus, and the Altus has thumb studs, and I tend to flip it probably as much or more, just flip it open by depressing the button, than I do with the thumb studs. So the thumb studs, if I have them there, that's okay. But if I don't have them there, I don't really care. I actually like the way this one works. Now, as you might see that there is a lanyard on here. This did not come with the knife. I ended up putting this on. Where I live, you can conceal carry a 3-inch knife. You can open carry any length knife. So what I tend to do is if a knife is a little bit longer than 3 inches, it's in my pocket, it's poking up a little bit. We got the clip hanging out, and then I have this lanyard also dangling to kind of bring attention to the fact, so that this way if there's any type of issue, I feel like it kind of helps cover me a bit more. So that's why I have the lanyard. Plus, I've kind of gotten into paracord stuff lately, so that's another reason. Now, as far as the length of this knife, it's about an average size knife, I'd say. Maybe to some slightly longer. The handle is 4.5 inches, and it's a very comfortable handle. As you can tell, there's really no finger grooves or anything, so at least my index finger nestles right about up here, and there's no place to kind of push your fingers to. They kind of just land where they need to land, and then the way it swells in the back is nice because it kind of sits right in the palm, so that's pretty good. The blade is 3.25 inches. Excuse me, the blade is 3.5 inches, I believe. We'll measure that now, and the cutting surface is about 3.25. So let's see here. And you can tell right from the tip of the blade to the top of the handle, we are in fact looking at 3.5 inches. And then you can tell just where that choil starts at the bottom is the 3.25 mark. If you are into lanyards, I'm going to tell you there is no lanyard hole. There's like a pin at the back, and you have to put the lanyard around it. It was tough getting a piece of paracord in there. I was not able to do it the way I would typically do by getting 2 strands in, like I would do with the Spyderco. And by the way, just for a size comparison, I have the Para 2 here because I know that's a pretty popular thing to compare stuff to. So there we go, right there. Yeah, so you don't have that lanyard hole. It's kind of like a bar right here, and you can see right there, kind of like a bar that goes through. As far as the clip goes, it is a deep carry pocket clip, which is pretty nice. The screws for the pocket clip are not set into the carbon fiber. It's on top, but it's pretty thin, so I don't imagine it'll make too much of a difference in and out of your pocket. I haven't noticed any issues. And the pocket clip is okay. I actually probably would have preferred a longer pocket clip, to be honest with you, and maybe a little bit of a flat at the top here. That would have been nice, but I'm not going to complain. That's nitpicking, you know. And also, this has, besides the carbon fiber scales, it has steel liners, and they have been skeletonized to keep down on weight. And I'm not sure if you can really tell too well there. You could see it a little bit, but yeah, you can see it right there. They are skeletonized pretty well to cut down on weight. And I believe that is a hollow grind on the knife, if I'm not mistaken. So pretty slicey, pretty cool. I'm really happy with it. I'm almost kind of like afraid to use it, though. I mean, I have more expensive knives, but it's just so cool with the carbon fiber. And I know carbon fiber is very durable, but just so cool. Like, I know I'm just almost afraid to use it because it's just so nice. The Damascus, also, I was very, very happy with. She wasn't so happy because the pattern on the Damascus isn't constant. When she saw the Alta, she loved it because size-wise it was totally constant. With this one, it's a larger pattern near the blade and it gets to a smaller pattern. I like it though. I tend to think that Civivi does a nice job on the Damascus blades. Now I know some would criticize that and say, well, their blades aren't using really high-end steel. Yeah, they're probably not, because like I said, they don't disclose what types of steels are in the Damascus, so we don't know. All I can tell you is that from cutting tasks I've done, and again, I'm a light user for these knives. I don't do like heavy use or anything. It's pretty good. I have no complaints with them. So, just wanted to bring this all to your attention. Pretty cool knife. Pretty light also, because as you figure with the skeletonized liners and the carbon fiber scales, you'd probably figure it's kind of light. My guess is that it's not past 3 ounces, and if it is, it's probably barely past 3 ounces. So it carries very easily. You'll probably forget that it's in your pocket. And like I said, with the button lock, I really don't think it's a bad thing to have just the button lock as a mechanism. And I don't think it's necessarily a good thing to have both the flipper and the thumb studs. I think it's just kind of like a personal thing. Like with me, I don't care because I just tend to use the button more anyway. So I'm kind of flicking it with my wrist and doing my thing anyway. So I kind of like it. Now, if it had like a little spidey hole kind of thing, then I'd probably opt for that option. But it doesn't, so I'm good with it. So, like I said, this particular one was at Blade HQ. I'm not sure if the other online retailers have it. I'm pretty sure they do because I don't believe it was a Blade HQ exclusive. So, there's a little something for you to look at. Have a good one. I will talk to you later. And I also have another video because I got something else that's pretty freaking interesting. Talk to you later. Bye.